Hello, Princess. I am back at Port Miami for what I'm going to call a little bit of old school cruising. Yes, only in current year can you call old school cruising on a ship that's barely 20 years old. Behind me is Explorer of the Seas, and I say old school only because she hasn't gone through her amplification yet. That's next May, but I'm not here for the ship this time, believe it or not. Here for the ports, which is kind of a first. Anyway, I am a little bit late. This is going to be kind of a working vacation, unfortunately, but it's fine. I think I'll run into the same situation I did on the way to Bermuda when, I don't know, we'll see. But I have all my tech, so I'm good to go, but we're still going to have fun. Going to visit some places and have fun. I know I said that already. Why am I doing this? I got to go. I got to get bored. Bye. One thing I'm not really prepared for is the check-in process. Because this ship hasn't been upgraded yet, I think we still have the old style check-in. I think it's going to be better than some of the other ones, but maybe not as good as Symphony or Anthem. Let's see. We just got through. I'll let you know how long it takes. All right. What I was expecting, feared. There's a line. A long, long line. We made the line at 12:58. So it's actually been 2 minutes since I've been standing here. It is moving, but slowly. So I'm going to say 18 minutes. We'll see. 18 minutes in, 3/4 of the way through the line. So that was a bust. 5 minutes more, maybe? All right, then we are on board. A total of 28 minutes from making the queue to boarding. Kind of a long time. There's been better. Also, there were no photographers either in the terminal or near the gangway or anything. Maybe they're doing it here. That actually I find more unusual than the line. All right. Well, I got a few minutes to get to the dining room and have lunch. Then begin the normal day one. How about that? All right. Here we are in my inside stateroom aboard Explorer of the Seas, but fortunately, even though she is an older vessel, this is not just an inside stateroom. I, in fact, have a virtual balcony. I was quite pleasantly surprised to find out Explorer of the Seas had virtual balconies. I very much enjoyed that cabin on Symphony of the Seas. Well, if you take a look, it's not exactly integrated perfectly, but it is a nice touch. And here we do see the outside of the ship. I remember on Symphony, they seem to turn it off in port or leaving port. I don't know, it's very strange. We'll see how it does at night. I still think it would be better if it was an OLED display, because then it would go all black, but I like it. And I chose this stateroom specifically because of this. We are as far forward as we can and have the virtual balcony. So let's enjoy that. Now, well, here we go. Let's, you know what? Check out the bathroom. Oh, boy. And, all right. Okay, number one, it is a glass shower. No icky curtain. That's what I like. And towels and the sink. And everything looks in order, and all the things they remind you not to flush. So, well, not going to show any more because, honestly, nobody really likes these. But there you go. It's not a shower curtain. Liking it already. Bam. Okay, there we are. Hey. Okay, screen. I don't know. I hope it tilts a little bit. Although, with Voom, there you go. Probably be able to just watch the regular stuff. And oh, there I am again. Hey. All right. Well, there's my virtual balcony. Well, let's go and see what it looks like in real life. Finally made it to Deck 5, where they have the Royal Promenade. I will say, though, that I'm quite sure that Explorer of the Seas is looking forward to her upcoming refurbishment, because I think comparing to some of the ships I've been on recently, specifically, I guess, the literally brand new Norwegian Encore, and when I was on board her, the very, very new Symphony of the Seas. You can tell she's been around the world a few times. So I'm looking for the copper and kettle, no, the crown and kettle. And I'm gonna have a beverage and then continue day one. I'm trapped in the random wandering that I always seem to do, but it's okay. We have 9 days left. All right, here we are. Let's see what's on the menu here. At least she is in the spirit of Christmas. Look at this Christmas tree. That is actually pretty impressive. And it's nice that they are celebrating Christmas itself, although, I don't know. We'll have to see if they refer to it as a holiday tree somewhere. That would be very disappointing. Oddly though, blocks one of the staircases. Well, it's just the casino down there, so probably not missing too much. Of course, it is worth noting that where we are, the Royal Promenade, which was introduced on this class of ship, Adventure of the Seas, was revolutionary when it was introduced. This large open space on the ship with the interior view cabins was something that hadn't been seen before on a cruise ship. And since then, it's really only been amped up, especially on the Oasis class ships. They have a very, very impressive promenade that I spent a lot of time on Oasis. No, on Symphony of the Seas. Good times. I feel like I've started this series on a much calmer note. Not that this trip isn't going to be as exciting as the other ones, but maybe I just feel a little more chill. Let's see how it goes, and maybe I'll like this style better. Let me tell you about the welcome lunch in the dining room with the Chops menu that you get when you get the key. Yes, it was the Chops menu, but it was a very, very limited subset of the Chops menu. There was a burger, filet, which is what I had, and branzino. I enjoyed the filet. It was very good. The portion was somewhat smaller, I think, than you would get upstairs. I think it did say a 6-ounce filet, which actually was a very good portion for kind of an embarkation lunch. You don't want to get too full and tired. The experience wasn't what I expected. They did seat me with 2 other couples at a large table, which was fine. But after freestyling it for the past few sailings, I was almost expecting a table on my own, but it's fine. We chatted about, cruising and everything, which is what you kind of do. All in all, glad I made it. I actually made it right at the end. I was probably the last person to be seated. I don't recall online or any place telling you what the hours are, and I was kind of cutting it close. But would I do it again? Probably, because the key, it comes with internet. So the upcharge from that is only a couple dollars a day. Anyway, yeah, would do it again. I think I did get the Chops experience. The 3 times that I've eaten at Chops on various vessels have been okay. Not really my favorite, so I think that was perfect to do it here, and maybe I'll go to Giovanni's. Never been there. But other than that, I think I'm gonna just stick to the dining room, because despite as many days I've spent sailing Royal Caribbean, I don't think I've eaten in the dining room more than twice. So I'm gonna look forward to that. Definitely tonight. All right, that was the promenade. I think I'll go down one deck and see what's there. I just realized something super fun to do would be kind of a before and after thing. I'll be here aboard Explorer of the Seas for 9 days, so I think it would be fun to take one of the weekend sailings on Mariner. She has been recently updated, I think, not even a year ago. Wait, no, a little over a year ago. Wow, I'm getting everything mixed up already, and see what she looks like with all the royal amplifications. And take a trip down to Perfect Day. That looks super awesome, especially that water park. These are a few of my favorite things. Yes, pictures. I lamented on the last 2 sailings, one on Carnival, one on Norwegian, at the kind of uninspiring and, quite frankly, worthless photo packages. Fortunately, Royal has stepped up to the game, and they do offer the unlimited, all-inclusive digital. The pre-cruise price was significantly less than that, so if you like taking pictures, definitely buy it online before you board. It is well worth it, especially on 9 days. So I was expecting, though, for there to be some photo ops at the gangway or in the terminal. There weren't. It's a smidge disappointing. We'll have to pass by the studios later and get that started. Not going to beat the record. I had 12 days last time, but we might get close. Here we find a rather fun and amusing aspect, I guess, of the older ships, because I don't recall seeing anything like this on Symphony of the Seas. It's basically, you know, a glass floor, some depth under it. And a couple years ago, one of the group couldn't get used to this and would basically get startled every time we walked over it. It was actually very funny. Don't mean to laugh at you, dude, but yeah, it was hysterical. And we are back on deck 12 of Explorer of the Seas, looking out over the beautiful Biscayne Bay. And there's Watson Island, and over there they're building something which I heard was just going to be a tent or something like that. It is an arena, and someone will be performing in there, but it looks a little bit more substantial than a tent, although thinking maybe there is structure, but it's just going to be covered in some sort of flexible material like a tent. I don't know. They made it sound like it was not a permanent structure, although that does look very semi-permanent, at least. Anyway, heading back toward Adventure Ocean, just to take a peek at that on day 1 when it is open to all guests. And we will maybe take a peek up in, well, what used to be the Viking Crown Lounge. I think it might still be called that here. Very fun place all the way at the top of the ship. So, okay, we are off to Adventure Ocean. After a lot of walking, finally found Aquanauts. I don't... Whoop. Okay, so I don't know if it's open. Let's see, crew only now. Okay, Access to Adventure Ocean is via the arcade. Okay, so this is an awfully complicated entry for crew only. I think I found the reason for all the controversy. The open house is only until 3:30, and I am way late. 2 hours, that's not very long. Now, one thing I'm really liking about Explorer of the Seas is there are a lot of automatic doors, and when I say automatic, I mean they have like sensors. You don't have to like wave or touch or anything. They just, you know, open as you walk up. I seem to recall on Symphony a lot of the doors were you wave at them or whatever, and on the Norwegian ships they're still touch. You know, touch the little thing and they open. On Carnival Magic, a lot of the doors were still just manual with handles. So I think at least they did that right aboard Explorer of the Seas. Muster drill is coming up in about 20 minutes, so I'm going to just walk around the deck and see a few more things and then head down to my muster station. Hopefully that won't take very long, 10 minutes. I think it is out on the deck with the lifeboats, so that'll be a fresh experience. It's been a while since I've had to do that. One mystery solved. No, the muster stations are not out by the lifeboats. They are in fact in the public spaces on the interior of the ship. I'm headed right there to A2 in the Star Lounge, and that's where everyone else heads. So that's nice. At least we can probably sit down and watch the video instead of just listening to the announcements out on deck. Weather's not too bad. In an instance of shockingly poor judgment, I was on deck 12, got on the elevator to come down here, no, up there to deck 5, and of course ended up riding a local elevator every stop, down to 4 because there's only 4 muster stations on 5, and I'm one of them. So now I got to walk all the way forward and then up 1 to get to my muster station. So yes, it would have been much, much, much faster. In fact, I'd be there and seated already if I'd just taken the stairs originally, like kind of knew I should have. Well, I'm almost there anyway, so I didn't waste too much time, and they're not started yet, so maybe this was, I don't know, a better trip. I said we were cruising old school this time, and yes, they're still using paper and pen to mark off guests as they arrive at the muster drill. Actually, I haven't seen that in a couple of years. And there's also a mix of inside and outside. So some people are out by the lifeboats, and we're here in one of the lounges. So I am kind of enjoying this experience. Really, I am. So now is the time we say goodbye to Miami Beach. I haven't been there in quite a while. Actually, I haven't been to the reconstructed pier since it opened, which is a couple years ago. And well, there's, I guess, one of the charters out of Bayside heading back. Wonder how they did. And we are last out of port today. I think if I head, well, on the right is a celebrity ship. That is Mariner of the Seas and Carnival Victory there off in the distance. Wonder where they're headed. So we have a sea day tomorrow, and then on Sunday, Labadee. Okay, Miami Beach. Oh, and in case I don't narrate it, what we just saw was the new Norwegian Pearl. That's their new terminal here at Port Miami, as well as the Crown of Miami. That's Royal's new terminal, which unfortunately we were not special enough to use. I guess that's just for the new ships with all the fancy automated boarding procedures, which are not yet here on Explorer of the Seas. Still that old style line. Oh boy. There goes Mariner of the Seas, the ship I was talking about earlier that I might take a quick trip on just over the weekend to see what the Royal Amplified versions of these ships look like, and more importantly, weather's good, to visit Perfect Day and that amazing water park that they have. It'd be great to get one of those new sailings where they spend 2 days there. That would be awesome. Okay, I admit it. Right now, I feel like probably one of the dumbest people in the world right now. In fact, I could even vote Democrat. I didn't read carefully the instructions for logging on to Boom, and I just went to the guest relations to ask for my PIN or whatever, and she's like, oh no, you just create an account right there on the screen. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. I sort of slunk away in shame, so I am now online and gotta go take my first picture to, I don't know, let people guess where I am. How's that? That will redeem me, I hope. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, it will. Either way, right now we're in the lull between the sail away excitement and dinner and the rest of the evening. The promenade is pretty quiet and I'm just sort of meandering around. Gonna go and see if there's any photo studios open. I don't see any, which I think is a bit unusual. Maybe they're just hidden around. Then shortly it'll be time to go and change for dinner. Dining room. I will show you the menu, and if it's not here, it'll be a little bit later. Gonna stick to the dining room probably, although I will go up to the buffet and check that out. Probably just do it here, not the whole separate review type thing. So yeah, maybe these will be longer, see how that goes. I don't know, whatever. Okay, pictures. I just got the details on the photo studios for tonight. They're going to be here on, I think, 5, 6, and 7. So they're setting up now. They open at 7, so I will probably just hang out until then, take some pictures in my Embarkation outfit, then go and get cleaned up, changed for dinner, and then do the second round. So I am gonna kill maybe half an hour. I think it's about 6:30, and then off to the fun. Yeah. Finally, can't wait. Here we are at the Sapphire Dining Room, which spans 3 decks here on Explorer of the Seas. And apparently, it is known for its world-class cuisine, attentive staff, and elegant decor. I am sure that is absolutely true, and I will be experiencing and enjoying that through the cruise. I don't have any specialty dining, so this is where I will be, other than maybe the buffet. But let's take a look at the menu for the evening. Okay, well, what do we like there? Okay, so we're looking at the crab cake, always a favorite, and creamy wild mushroom soup. You know, we're going to compare that to what we got on the Chops menu in the dining room earlier. And let's go to the next page. And okay, shrimp cocktail, escargot, I'll pass. Main courses, let's jump to the next page. Okay, so this is tough. I looked at this earlier, and I'm eyeing the grilled pork chop with jasmine rice, snow peas, and black bean seeds. No, black sesame seeds. Okay, or maybe the slow roasted prime rib. No. Let's stick with the pork chop. And of course, they do have all of the favorites, the classics, every night, as well as a variety of desserts. Not gonna have the chocolate cake. Gee, what do you think we're gonna order? I don't know. It's a really tough call. No, it's not. Y'all know. It's very quiet here on the promenade, and they are about to do the liquor tasting. And I think this will be my opportunity to try that double thing. That's what it's called right there, which I've never tried before. Seen it on every cruise, of course. They don't have it at any of the bars, so I've never actually tried it. So I guess here's my opportunity. The line's not that long, so I think it will be worth the wait. So let's resolve the mystery, shall we? Okay, this just got slightly more complicated than anticipated. Apparently you have to go around in some international circle. The US, France, Scotland, Ireland, then Scotland, ending in Canada. So I guess it's 5 tastings when I only wanted 1. But I'll just do all 5. I mean, I waited this long, so... And I've never done this before, so I really have no idea how it works. So, okay, 5 tastings, let's go try it. I hope we can ask. Well, that was kind of a waste of time because the Sheridan's what I wanted to try. It's like the last thing that you could try. You have to go all the way around, and nah, I didn't want to do that. So it's actually easier probably just to buy a bottle. So I will consider doing that. But even more important, it's time for pictures. I'm almost done with the first round of pictures, and so this is why I don't understand why the other cruise lines don't offer a broader package, because unfortunately the photographers just kind of, they don't seem to have a lot to do all the time. I mean, they have a lot to do, but they don't have very many customers, so why not just fill in the dead time with people with like larger packages? You know, I mean, every time I walked up, I didn't have to wait, just took the pictures. And it's just extra revenue for here, basically nothing, because it's all digital. I don't get it. Hopefully they will learn, take the example, and make me happy. Costume change and walking through the Royal Promenade. Eventually, on the way to dinner in the dining room, just have to stop at some of the photo studios first to take the pictures, and then we're going to try those selections I looked at earlier. I don't know. They got a lot to live up to, actually. Their competition, to be honest, is Carnival Magic. I know. But let's see how they do. Never been in a Royal Caribbean dining room. Well, maybe once or twice, but I don't know. Looking forward to it. I am finally here in the Sapphire Dining Room. It's about 8:30, so that means I have an hour to eat before the show, which should be plenty. And thankfully, they have a full menu that is very easy to take a picture of. I think I know what I'm going to order already, so as soon as the server arrives, I'm going to get this going. There's only one show tonight. It's a mix of comedy, review, and the cruise director is going to do a talk. There is no headliner show, no like Broadway production on the ship, but that's okay because usually the performers are quite good. So, getting ready for a dining room experience here on Royal Caribbean. The last time, well, okay, let's put it this way. I did eat in the dining room one time on Symphony because I was invited, but it was actually after I had already eaten, I think, at Jamie's. So I just ordered whatever looked interesting, and it was okay. Before that, I think it was on Enchantment. And it was, I think one time we went to the dining room, and it was okay. Don't really remember it, and that's the thing. I don't remember it. Not like some of the other meals I've had on various ships. So I'm looking forward to this, to see how they do. I'll be here probably every night. I might go to the buffet a couple of times. Definitely for lunch on a sea day, if they're open, because there's no other complimentary offering other than a buffet. I don't know, we'll see. I'm kind of like, I don't really know what to expect. And that just makes it even more exciting. Let's describe it that way. I really like how on the wine menu they have a section specifically for the adventurous reds. There is also one for whites. So I had to try something, and I ordered the Arboleda Calmanere. And this is it right here. And it is quite delicious. It is flavored by ripe figs, blackberries, tobacco leaves, and black pepper, something very hearty for what we have coming, which is the roasted pork. I might as well just get right into it. The bread was already on the table when I was seated, which, okay, but that means it's cold, and I remember the bread service on one of the other ships was warm. I mean, or at least it was served fresh. They made a little bit of an effort to serve it warm. It's good bread. It's okay. Nothing spectacular. There's only two. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. There's three. I know. There's three varieties in there. Let me try the other one. It looks like a pumpernickel, and that might be. Yeah. Hold on. I'll be right back. Yes, it is a variety of pumpernickel. It's good. I would have preferred that over the other ones. There's a sourdough and some sort of sunflower seed. Okay. However, the service is super fast because I have already been served my appetizers. Let's take a look. This is the Maryland crab cake. It was recommended. I was going to get it anyway, but let's see. And the wild mushroom soup. Yes, I am going to compare this to what I got at lunch, which was supposed to be the chopped mushroom soup. See how it is. See if it's the same thing. Are they cheating? Let's find out. The crab cake actually looks very good. A very nice presentation. Soup, well, let me say, soup usually doesn't present very well because it's all about the flavor. The soup is definitely different than the chopped soup. It's a very good soup on its own, and for a dining room soup, yes, it is very good. Absolutely worth getting again. I did like the chopped soup better, which you would expect. It was flavored with something else. I think they took a lot of the reduction from cooking the steak and used that in the soup, which made it really, really good. So I do prefer that one, but for the dining room, this is actually pretty good, and I would get it again, absolutely. Now we are going to move on to the crab cake. I just received the grilled pork chop for my entree. Okay, so the presentation is very nice. There's rice, broccoli, carrots, and the chop itself. But, well, the real test is how it cuts and how it tastes. Rounding out the dinner here in the Sapphire Dining Room on day one aboard Explorer of the Seas is key lime pie. What a surprise. What a non-surprise. Okay, this is the make or break. Let's give it a taste. I'm not trying to be sadness. The lighting in here is blue everywhere. Dinner in the Sapphire dining room was good. Everything was prepared fine. The staff was spot on. I just get the feeling that Royal is playing it safe. They're not trying to be too adventurous, satisfy as many people as possible. You know, everything was just good, very broadly appealing. So yeah, I mean, it was good. Look forward to, the next few nights in the dining room. See what tomorrow brings. The key lime pie was good. Actually, that was probably the best part of the meal, especially the candied lime, which was a little bit surprising. Did not expect that. That was kind of a highlight. I don't know. Yeah, that's just nothing bad. Just safe. I think is probably the best way to describe it. All right. Well, anyway, we'll compare it to tomorrow and see how it goes. Probably, I don't know, try to have breakfast tomorrow in the dining room. Got to have that Eggs Benedict. And then it's a sea day, so maybe they're serving lunch. We'll check that out too. So, all right, still got 8 more days. Maybe they'll pull out a winner. We'll see. It's just after 11 p.m. here aboard Explorer of the Seas, and I am off to bed. I am really tired. I've been up since just after 5 this morning because had a lot of work to do before I left. Tried to get all of that done and was mostly successful. Yay. And now I'm really, really tired. Looking forward to tomorrow. Want to have a good day aboard the ship. Might do some cruisy type things like actually lay out in the sun, go in the pool. I think that's what people do. And trivia and all the normal fun things. So I am going to try the pizza. Gotta do it. And then it is off to slumber. So I'm not going to bother with the pizza. You probably know how it is. So I am going to say goodbye from day 1 here aboard Explorer of the Seas. And I will see you tomorrow. And, well, here I am, thankful for my problems.